I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a male yeast infection. Most people generally don't know that men can actually suffer from yeast infections as well. So the answer to can it really happen to me is yes. Men are just as susceptible to yeast infections as women are. Um, in the case of a male yeast infection, just as women, Candida albicans is the main cause. The majority of men have Candida albicans in their body as well, and the overgrowth of these microorganisms is controlled by the good bacteria. But the condition actually reverses, and these good bacteria are not able to control the growth of the yeast. A male yeast infection shows different set of symptoms than what you would find sometimes in a female yeast infection. The prominent symptoms include muscle and joint pains, extreme fatigue, poor short-term memory, problems with acid reflux, and in the case of a genital yeast infection, they experienced redness and sores, as well as discharge. And with the oral infection, they experience blisters in the mouth and throat. Knowing how you can get a yeast infection helps you tremendously in trying to avoid it. A male yeast infection can be transmitted from an infected person to a non-infected person in a variety of ways. This includes establishing intimate contact with someone who is already suffering from a yeast infection during sexual intercourse. It can also occur due to excessive and prolonged use of antibiotics and certain disease and medical conditions such as HIV and diabetes. Studies also reveal that a male yeast infection can also occur due to a lowered or weak immune system. So that was just a brief overview of a yeast infection for males. Just to let you know that a man can suffer just as much as a woman from a yeast infection. So I hope that gave you just a little bit of information about that.